Now, on a special edition of 4 News Now, a section of I-90 near State Line is back open. Drivers were stuck for hours because of a crash and closure. We'll have the latest coming up.
The smoke is finally clearing, but we're still waiting for the rain in places. I'm tracking Tuesday's air quality and shower chances in the First Alert forecast.
And Coeur d'Alene Public Schools will no longer offer driver's ed. We'll explain why and what it means for parents. You're watching a special edition of 4 News Now. It will begin with some breaking news. I-90 is now back open following a crash in Post Falls. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. This happened right near the Pleasant View exit. Madeline Mullins is there with the latest.
Traffic on both sides of I-90 near the Pleasant View exit are moving again following a major crash earlier today. I've been out here for nearly 2 hours now monitoring that traffic, and especially the westbound traffic was slowed for several miles. I saw several different tow trucks and law enforcement helping to move this traffic along. And at this hour, both lanes are back open, and we still don't know what caused this crash. From Post Falls, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Well, you just finished watching the first Monday Night Football game of the season between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings.
Sydney Berger joining us now in studio with what stood out tonight.
So it was a tale between two very young quarterbacks battling it out in an NFC North showdown. The Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy was the one that showed out in his first ever start with the Minnesota Vikings. And in a crucial fourth quarter possession, our first play of the game of the season, Vikings driving down field in the red zone, only leading by 3, but that is J.J. McCarthy himself taking it to the house for a rushing touchdown. The young quarterback was drafted in 2024, but missed all of last season with a meniscus injury. That 14-yard touchdown, a game-sealing score in his debut, and accompanies his 2 passing touchdowns as well to help the Vikings take their first win of the season. Final score out of Chicago for the NFC North showdown, 27-24.
And you prepare the right way and you don't get caught up in what people think about you. We were the world's worst a week ago, and then there hasn't been much written since.
Well, head coach Jimmy Rogers heard all the Coug fans who were frustrated with the lackluster win against the Idaho Vandals in Week 1. But the Week 2 win against San Diego State this past weekend quieted a lot of those doubters. The Cougs feed off the challenge and are hungry to keep proving people wrong. The first road game of the season is on the horizon. WSU is heading down to face North Texas, and we're going to hear more from Coach Rogers on what he expects out of his team on Saturday. That's coming up later in sports. Kirsten.
All right, Sydney, thank you. In our Fire Watch coverage for tonight, crews are battling a wildfire burning near Sagebrush Way in Athol. It's east of Highway 95. Level 3, meaning get out now evacuation orders, are in effect for anyone living near this fire. We have a photo of it. According to Selkirk Fire and Rescue, this has burned about 20 acres. This is still developing. We will update you as soon as we learn more.
All right, we are hoping to get some rain in our forecast.
And that would certainly help firefighters. So let's send it over now to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker.
Well, so far it has been pretty spotty, but we are watching some shower and thunderstorm activity south of Spokane. We zoom in here. It's been a busy day for thunderstorms in the Lewiston area and off the Blue Mountains. Now we're looking just to the east of the Connell area. This area of thunderstorm activity moving almost directly to the north. Let me see if I can center that up a little bit better for you. There we go. So far, a total of 23 lightning strikes just in the last 15 minutes. The positive strikes, those are the more potent strikes that are more likely to cause wildfires. 14 as opposed to 9 negative strikes. Now this is 24 hours worth of lightning data around the region. You'll notice 1 strike in Spokane County, just 1 in Kootenai County, but around the region we have had numerous thunderstorms. We've just stayed very dry from Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, west through the Columbia Basin. On our forecast radar, we will start to see some of that precipitation down around Connell, moving to the north. This is 11 o'clock tonight. It looks like it's going to miss Spokane and Coeur d'Alene to the west. Might get a sprinkle or 2. Dry start tomorrow morning, but then we may see a few hit and miss sprinkles. There is a better chance to see some wet weather coming up as we get into Wednesday night and Thursday. We'll take anything we get. It has been so dry. I will be back with your 7-day forecast.
Chris, thank you. Well, the people accused of assaulting federal agents during this protest at an ICE facility in downtown Spokane won't stand trial until next year. Former Spokane City Council President Ben Stuckert, who was just pictured there, and several others were arrested after protesting the detainment of immigrants. Prosecutors say the group blocked exits, preventing ICE agents from leaving their office on West Cataldo. What started as a small protest eventually grew into a crowd of hundreds stretching all the way into Riverfront Park. Some of the protesters have accused officers of using excessive force during that demonstration. The group is facing federal charges of conspiracy to impede or injure officers. The trial was originally set for September 22nd, but defense attorneys requested a delay and prosecutors did not object. Well, parents in the Coeur d'Alene School District will now have to take the wheel when it comes to teaching their kids how to drive.
Yeah, the district decided tonight to dissolve its driver's education program in an effort to cut costs. Hunter Bertram shares how tonight's decision forces parents to cough up some cash or become the teacher.
In 2024, Idaho lawmakers passed House Bill 531. The law allows parents in rural areas or districts that don't offer driver's education to teach their kids how to drive with a fee of up to $100. However, there's a catch. If a district does offer driver's ed, parents cannot opt for this program. It's an all or nothing approach.
We don't want to take options away. And the folks that potentially need that savings the most, to take away $75 away from them just doesn't feel right to me.
For private driver's ed courses, the cost is about $400 in Kootenai County. The district says if it kept its program, it would need to increase the fee to $405 to cover costs.
We realize by offering driver's ed and keeping that option for those couple hundred students that we have, that takes away the option for them to do it themselves and only have to pay the $75 class fee.
Currently, the district's course can only accommodate up to 200 students. Parents on Facebook are sharing their thoughts today. Some parents appreciate the flexibility of the new option, while others worry it might lead to unsafe driving habits. In Idaho, at age 17, driver's ed is no longer required, so waiting is an option.
If 6 months from now we think that was a mistake, we just restart it. I mean, that we're still where we are now. We'll have to hire an instructor and hopefully get a donated car or purchase a car. So
it's worth noting that many states are moving towards this parent-led option, although Washington still adheres to strict guidelines for courses. In Coeur d'Alene, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Still ahead, the price of coffee beans on the rise, how one local cafe is getting creative to avoid raising prices for customers.
In downtown Spokane could see thousands of new homes in the next decade. We'll break down the plan to add 3,200 market rate units and how it could strengthen the city's middle class. Don't go away.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Perfection Tire.
Need tires or repairs? Give Perfection Tire a chance to quote it. We think you'll like what you hear.
We shop the competition so you don't have to.
Nobody beats perfection.
BECU has helped Finney Ridge Painting grow from setting up payroll services to finance. I feel that BECU is fundamentally concerned about me as an individual and my business and all the individuals that work here. They provide a level of connection that other institutions aren't interested in. With BECU, we don't feel like customers. We feel like business partners.
In sports, to have a good offense, you need to know how to read the defense.
The same is true dealing with the insurance company after a car wreck.
They'll use every trick in their playbook to pay you as little as possible.
But we know their playbook.
Like the low ball.
The insurance company's all about paying you as little as possible.
They offer you a quick check and hope that you'll just go away.
Only to find out later you were entitled to more.
Don't get lowballed, call us.
We're attorneys Russell and Hill.
We know the insurance game.
And we know how to win.
Custom is more than choosing from a few fabric options. With our custom upholstery, you get control over almost every detail, so you can design a piece that's perfect for you. From the style of the arms and legs to the cushion type and pillow shape. Perfect style, perfect comfort, created for you. The Custom Comfort Event. Get 30% off store-wide at the Tin Roof.
Discover fall Coeur d'Alene getaways starting at just $249.
Check engine light on? Brake squeaking? Don't guess. Just bring it in to Perfection Tire.
Complete service and certified technicians. We can fix it.
Nobody beats perfection.
The Downtown Spokane Partnership has a new roadmap for the future of housing in downtown Spokane.
The nonprofit presented the results of a survey today that analyzed the city's housing needs in response to growth and demand. Mary Sheridan brings us the key takeaways shared at City Hall.
The Downtown Spokane Partnership is referring to this study as a housing action plan, and it proposes a clear target for housing in downtown Spokane. Build 3,200 new places to live at market rate value in the next 10 years.
And the current units we have downtown have really low vacancy rates. So we are seeing a high demand for that, especially with young professionals.
The Downtown Spokane Partnership believes adding 3,200 new housing units would do more than answer this demand. It would strengthen downtown Spokane's middle class.
We're talking about your sales associate at Nordstrom or a bartender at Twig. So that mix, that middle income housing is the need for downtown Spokane.
According to the Housing Action Plan, Spokane is lacking places to live at market value compared to other cities with a similar population and demographic.
We are about 44% affordable units and then about 56% market rate. They are recommending that we get to a density of 80-20 to hit some economic goals with that increased residential population.
Barden says the 3,200 target is doable. She says there's already around 400 units in development. Last week, we reported on one of these plans, a new apartment complex set to be built on an underused parking lot in the spring of 2026.
We can build from the ground up or do some conversions. So we want more people living and working and coming downtown.
For 4 News Now, I'm Mary Sheridan.
And Cheney around the region. Only 70s you'll find down on the Palouse. Otherwise, it's 80s just about everywhere. We do have a big dip in our temperatures coming Wednesday and into Thursday. That Wednesday night into Thursday time period is also our best chance for some good, meaningful rain there in the overnight. That's the way it looks right now. We're going to stay with seasonable conditions then right through the 7-day forecast, a little above, a little below, right on through Monday. What's going on a wider scale, we have an area of low pressure, an upper level trough that's going to be with us all week. And it's going to be sending us little impulses, chances for some showers and thunderstorms, but really isn't tapping into much moisture to bring those big rains, except that one time period, again, Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And that's where we could really see some rain, particularly on the Palouse, up through the central panhandle, down through the southern panhandle. Elsewhere, it's going to be fairly hit and miss, and mainly a 1/10 of an inch or even less. But there are lots of chances to see a little bit of rain at your house. And then those temperatures again in the 70s, really freshening things up. Open up the windows and enjoy some cooler nights. And no sign of the heat that we were experiencing this time last week. We'll be right back.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene. For over 25 years, Dr. Arvind Chaudhry and Summit Cancer Centers has remained true to 3 core values. 25 years of coming together to develop the most complete and personalized treatment plans available. 25 years of providing the most advanced treatments and non-invasive radiosurgery in the country. 25 years of taking you on a healing journey from diagnosis to recovery.
And we are not stopping there. We will continue to offer the most comprehensive cancer treatment in the Northwest.
Summit Cancer Centers, integrated, innovative, inspired.
4 News Now and Numerica Credit Union proudly present the Hope for Kids Hygiene Drive to support Project Beauty Share.
As students head back to school, some kids don't have access to basic hygiene items like shampoo, soap, deodorant, and toothbrushes.
All children deserve basic hygiene supplies to give them the confidence to face their day. September 5th through October 5th, donate student hygiene supplies at any local Numerica branch. Your donations can improve a student's day, their health, and their future. This is how Numerica cares for kids.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathed the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere.
Wherever you need us, American On-Site.
They say building a championship team takes hard work, dedication, and a true commitment to excellence. At Finley Downtown Toyota in Spokane, we strive for greatness every day in everything we do. From our expert technicians to our knowledgeable parts advisors and experienced detail team, we go the extra mile to earn your trust.
At Finley Downtown Toyota, we want to be your Toyota dealer.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap and Associates.
Well, rising coffee prices are putting stress on some local businesses. Many are worried about potentially having to pass those price increases on to their customers. And several factors are driving up coffee prices worldwide, including a drought in Brazil that started earlier this year.
Yeah, local coffee shops are worried it could take years for prices to come down. Derek Strom spoke with one local coffee shop owner who uses beans from all over the world.
Earlier this year, local coffee shops were paying more than ever for imported coffee beans. Now, coffee bean prices are still significantly higher than they were last year.
Generally, since last August to this August, the prices rose 30%. And all the suppliers that we know in Portland, in Seattle, in Miami, they say it will just continue.
Cedar Coffee says it hasn't raised its prices on the menu over the last 2 years, but increased import costs are putting more pressure on the business, and Trump administration tariffs are still being appealed to the Supreme Court, and those could raise coffee prices even more.
If they will be, it will get a bit worse, and then we might consider price increases. But as far as I'm aware, they're either delaying them or restructuring them, so the prices have not been affected yet.
Because Cedar Coffee doesn't want to raise their prices, they pivoted to selling other items like pastries and donuts. They're trying to lean more into selling those other items instead of relying mainly on selling coffee.
Pastries do help a lot with sales, so and other drinks as well. So you might notice other coffee shops moving towards like refreshers, lemonades, anything that is not coffee specific drink.
Cedar Coffee says it expects the price of coffee beans to continue to rise through 2028. It says ordering coffee beans in larger quantities allows the business to make fewer orders and save money. In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, even though Washington State came out with their second win of the season, head coach Jimmy Rogers is far from satisfied. What areas he expects to improve before the Cougs' first road game? That's coming up next in sports.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get large pizzas for just $13.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
My husband and I had planned our dream home, and it was years in the making. I didn't want to just show up at any big box store. We wanted to sit down, and I want you to spend time with us. Like, this is a big investment. Our family spends so much time in our kitchen, and now that we're moved in, we are so pleased with our experience with Fred's, with the product line, and how it really aesthetically added value to our kitchen. Fred's Appliance over-delivered.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Well, they are correct.
Your seasonal situationship is a pumpkin spice iced coffee for $2.29.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Jersey casual dress code on Blue Fridays. Hoarse voices on Monday mornings. And flying that 12 flag every day of the week. Whether you're a hardcore 12 or more of an everyday fan, you're part of a community that loves to show its pride. At BECU, we're proud to be a part of the Seahawks community too. And we like to show our pride at every purchase with the Seahawks Debit MasterCard, the official debit card of the Seattle Seahawks. BECU.
It's here, the Red Tag Model Year-End Clearance Event. Indoors at R&R RV in North Spokane. September 5th through the 14th. Save thousands with factory discounts and clearance pricing. New travel trailers from $15,990. Fifth wheels from $39,990. Motorhomes from $89,990. Shop the Northwest's largest pre-owned RV inventory. Prepped and ready to go. Free parking, free admission, free food. Open daily at 9 a.m. The Red Tag Model Year-End Clearance Event. September 5th through 14th. Indoors at R&R RV in North Spokane. 525 East Francis.
When you've been injured in a car accident, the insurance company can make you feel small.
Right when you need help the most.
That's when you call Russell & Hill.
You are important to us.
We'll work to get you the results you deserve.
So you can get back to being you.
Papa Murphy's dares you to turn up the sweet and the heat with 3 bold takes on our ultimate pepperoni. Start with 2 kinds of pepperoni, then choose Mike's Hot Honey or Mike's Extra Hot Honey for a heat-seeking kick. 3 bold pizzas, each just $9.99. Only at Papa Murphy's.
4 News Now is brought to you by Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical.
Washington State has come out of week 2 unscathed and undefeated. The Cougars topped the Aztecs over the weekend, and it's already on to the next, which happens to be WSU's first road game of the season. The Cougs go down to Denton, Texas to play the Mean Green from the University of North Texas. There's hardly any history between the two teams, just one bowl game meeting in 2003. So the preparation is the same as it is any other week. The Cougs focus on the Cougs first. Coach Jimmy Rogers says there's still places mentally and physically this team needs to improve upon, but above that, Rogers doesn't have any time for complacency in his locker room.
You know, I think our special teams can get better, and there's going to be some guys that get moved on the depth chart because of their lack of production. It's not a playoff. There's only so many plays in a game. If you want a bigger role, earn it, and that's been my pitch to the team, and that roster and the depth will continue to change based off of production. I think that's fair.
One spot that we probably won't see change this week is the quarterback position. Redshirt sophomore Jackson Potter has a 70% completion rate and no interceptions through his first 2 games. We'll see what the game against North Texas brings for the Cougs. Cougs kickoff down south is at 12:30 on Saturday. The Vandals are coming off of their first win of the season against the St. Thomas Tommies. Quarterback Joshua Wood came out of the gate with an opening drive interception, but he stayed composed and quickly turned it around, so much so that he is this week's Big Sky Player of the Week. Wood had 377 yards through the air and on the ground, like you see there, 4 total touchdowns to earn this title. Coach Thomas Ford says this is the Joshua Wood he's been waiting for Vandal fans to see.
He kind of showed, I think, our fans who he is as a player. He doesn't get too rattled. I think last week was a bit of emotional game for him versus Washington State, but you kind of see the guy that we've seen since he arrived on campus. Very composed, very calm.
As far as growth for Wood heading into another non-conference game at home, Coach Ford just wants to see consistency and says there's no reason for Wood to not have another standout performance like last Saturday. Kickoff this weekend in the Kibbe Dome is at 1 o'clock against Utah Tech. And the Mariners are back at home for a 7-game stretch hosting the St. Louis Cardinals in their final stretch of the regular season, which is where every win counts for the M's. I'll have the highlights on 4 News Now. Nightside starting at 11, but we've got a 4-2 score in the 9th inning. The Seahawks fell in their home opener against an NFC West rival yesterday. The Hawks put up a strong front on defense with that Josh Jobe interception, but it was actually San Francisco's Nick Bosa who shut down Sam Darnold's potential game-winning drive here. Coach Mike Macdonald, though, says although it wasn't the outcome they wanted, the process and execution from his team on week 1 isn't something to hang their heads about. The Seahawks are going on the road for week 2 to face the Pittsburgh Steelers, where you might find DK Metcalf ready to show his former team his new place. That one is a late morning kickoff this Sunday.
All right, Sydney, thanks so much. And we're seeing some lightning on the radar tonight.
Okay, let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker then for a look at that radar.
It is still south of the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, but moving quickly to the north toward Ritzville. That doesn't look like much of a system, but it is putting down a fair amount of lightning as it tracks almost directly to the north. A little bit of an easterly component to it, headed again very close to Ritzville right now. It is just to the west of Washtenaw. 3 cloud-to-ground lightning strikes here in the last little bit. I was also watching an area of thunderstorm activity coming off the Blue Mountains south of Colfax, but that is calmed down for the time being. I'm still going to keep an eye on that area for additional thunderstorm development here in the next half hour or so. High temperatures today across the region, 80s just about everywhere. Our average high is in the 70s. These temperatures a little more than 5 degrees above average. Right now, we're still in the 70s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 63 in Sandpoint. Air quality alert has been dropped for much of the region. Derek?
Chris, thank you. It is Money Saving Monday, and this week we're talking about buying and selling things like clothes, collectibles, and handcrafted goods online. Josh Bergman of WSECU says there's value in vintage or older items, meaning people can make money selling old clothes and collectibles. But sellers should be aware of potential buyers who try to hurry transactions or ask for personal information like phone numbers and addresses.
If there's somebody that has like a sense of urgency, or they're like trying to do something hasty or really trying to lowball you, those are all warning signs.
Bergman says cash deals are always the safest option. Don't sell to anyone who wants to pay with checks, wire transfers, or gift cards. Even a cashier's check from a bank can still be faked. When meeting a buyer, always choose a public place and bring a friend if you can. If you can't, text someone your location and that buyer's profile just in case. When you're buying, stick to sellers with good ratings and verified profiles, and only use trusted payment apps like Venmo, Zelle, or PayPal that offer protection. And remember, if that deal sounds too good to be true, well, it probably is. All right, still ahead here on 4 News Now.
Jury selection now underway in the trial of the man accused of trying to assassinate President Trump, and he's representing himself. I'm Rena Roy with more coming up on why the judge has already blocked many of his questions for jurors.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, Washington Trust Bank can help you get there. Learn more at watrust.com/awesome.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better and to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
Listen up. Everything we've worked for has led to this moment. Training is over. It's time to be efficient, like the Kubota Grand L Series. It is time to grind, like the Kubota LX Series, which is packed with extras. It's time to be tough, like the rugged BX Series. So let's get out there and plow, fight, and win.
There's a reason the F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Features, power, and price make the F-150 a no-brainer. And for 2025, you now have over 13,000 pounds of towing capacity and even hands-free driving available. Our team at Wendell Ford is proud of this truck. It's one of the reasons we've been around for over 80 years. When buying your new truck, think Wendell Ford. Drive for generations.
Definitely. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. See you next week.
Bye.
All right. Thanks. All right. Take care. Bye, everyone.
4 News Now is brought to you by Falco Spokane, your fireplace specialists.
Around the nation now, a bit of a rough start for the federal trial for the man accused of attempting to kill President Donald Trump during his campaign for re-election last year.
The 59-year-old from North Carolina is representing himself in court as jury selection began today. ABC's Rena Roy is in New York with the issues the judge had with many of the questions for prospective jurors.
Despite having no legal training, Ryan Ruth is defending himself in court. The judge already reminding him to stay on track as jury selection gets underway. A rocky start to the trial of Ryan Ruth, the 59-year-old construction worker accused of trying to assassinate Donald Trump at his Florida golf course. As jury selection gets underway, Judge Eileen Cannon has barred Ruth, who's representing himself, from asking most of his proposed jury questions, calling them politically charged and irrelevant, including questions about Trump's proposed acquisition of Greenland and jurors' stances on Palestine. Ruth also wanting to ask potential jurors what they would do if they saw a turtle in the middle of the road. At times, the judge cutting Ruth off and reminding him to follow the court's rules.
Judge Cannon has also said, if this gets chaotic, we're going to have to put in some sort of guardrails here to make sure it gets back on track. We're going to get a public defender who she's already said is going to be on the ready if this does go off the rails. The judge can do that.
Prosecutors say Ruth methodically plotted for weeks before aiming a rifle through shrubbery while Trump was golfing at his West Palm Beach Country Club nearly a year ago. Prosecutors say a Secret Service agent saw him opening fire. Ruth running off without firing any shots and was arrested a short time later. Ruth pleaded not guilty to 5 criminal charges that carry a maximum sentence of life in prison, including attempting to kill a presidential candidate and possession of a firearm in furtherance of a crime of violence. According to court filings, Ruth has requested a, quote, beatdown session with Trump and asked to compete for his life in a round of golf with the president instead of going to trial, which is expected to take about 2 to 4 weeks. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Well, with kids back in the classroom, many high schoolers are already looking ahead to college, and they will most likely be applying for financial aid and scholarships as well. There are several different types of scholarships and grants that you can apply for. Experts warn, though, stick with legitimate government websites to avoid getting scammed.
Legitimate scholarships will never ask you for an upfront payment.
Melanie Roller is the head of retail bank fraud at Capital One, and she says scammers are getting smarter and more advanced. They'll use urgent language like take action now.
Scammers know that this is a real dynamic, and that's why they are so persistent in trying to take advantage of students and their parents at this very vulnerable moment.
If you do think that you've been targeted in a scam, you can go to the Better Business Bureau's website. They have a tracking tool to report it and look up other complaints.
4 things to know about your weather. It's still smoky in spots, but boy, things are so much better. Isolated showers and possible thunderstorms with cooler weather on the way. Lots of 70s in the 7-day forecast. Up next.
Starting at $4.49, you can get 1, make it a double, or go for 3 delicious patties. Go as big as you want with my Bonus Jack combo starting at $4.49. Now you can say you're loving it and actually mean it. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box. In sports, to have a good offense, you need to know how to read the defense.
The same is true dealing with the insurance company after a car wreck.
They'll use every trick in their playbook to pay you as little as possible.
But we know their playbook.
Like the low ball.
The insurance company's all about paying you as little as possible.
They offer you a quick check and hope that you'll just go away.
Only to find out later you are entitled to more.
Don't get lowballed. Call us.
We're attorneys Russell and Hill.
We know the insurance game.
And we know how to win.
Step into an electrifying world of choice. The road is wide open. Everything you need to move through your world, your way, is ready and waiting. This is your invitation to step into Lexus. Get offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
This September, you could be leaving Northern Quest in something different. A lot different. As in, the whole neighborhood suddenly has a staring problem when you roll up in a new GMC Canyon. Different. It's our $160,000 Grander Canyon giveaway, with 2 GMC Canyons up for grabs. Don't miss the grand prize drawing this Monday with Dave, Ken, and Molly, plus our Canyon Tailgate pre-party with food and drink specials starting at 2. The Grander Canyon giveaway. Play daily to enter, only at Northern Quest.
Starting at $4.49, you can get 1, make it a double, or go for 3 delicious patties. Go as big as you want with my Bonus Jack combos starting at $4.49. Now you can say you're loving it and actually mean it. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
All right, welcome back. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joining us here once again. Look, we need some rain.
We do. And the flowers and the grass are starting to get a little crispy again. But I will say,
my goodness,
mums are out, you guys.
There you go. Fall mums.
They're out.
Costco?
You know. You know.
Really?
He already knows.
Oh, my God. Well, yes. And you got to get them while they're hot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go text my husband right now. We need those mums. What were we talking about? The weather. Yes. It is starting to feel more like get your mum weather here pretty soon. Temperatures right now, 74 in Spokane, mostly cloudy, 70 degrees currently in Coeur d'Alene. We are tracking some isolated thunderstorm activity making its way into Whitman County, making its way toward the Ritzville area right now. The potential for a rumble of thunder or two in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but it is going to be on a very isolated basis. Our forecast radar keeps most of that activity to the west of Spokane. Here's 11 o'clock tonight, and then we clear off for the night. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm going to take you all the way through 48 hours here because there's something exciting I want to show you toward the end. Here's 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. Very spotty showers and the thunderstorm activity in the usual locations up along the Canadian border, in the central Panhandle Mountains, coming off the Blue Mountains. And then other than that, it's going to be a stray sprinkle or two. 9 o'clock tomorrow evening, we start to see more widespread showers. And then as we get into Wednesday, we start the day off mostly dry. Dry in the evening until about 9 o'clock. And this has been showing up quite a bit. A good stretch of precipitation with embedded thunderstorms coming in Wednesday night and into Thursday. And that represents the time frame where we have our best chance of some measurable rain through the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. It's a little ways off, but it's nice to look ahead and hope for that Wednesday night into Thursday time period. Otherwise, it is going to be just those spotty hit and miss showers popping up around the region, possibly popping up where you need them. But the best chance for rain over the next 5 days is going to be south and east of Coeur d'Alene and Spokane, the central Panhandle, down through the LC Valley, and of course the Palouse. The rest of the region is not going to be a very impressive precipitation total, despite the fact that we have at least a slight chance of rain every day through the 7-day forecast, feeling a little bit more like mum weather by the weekend. But those overnight lows in the 50s aren't going to threaten any of the annuals that you're still nursing along, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, thousands of local kids are now back in school, but not all of them have what they need to focus and feel confident.
That's why 4 News Now is teaming up with a local nonprofit to get kids the basics like toothpaste, shampoo, soap, and period products. 4 News Now and Numerica are collecting new unused hygiene items that Project Beauty Share will distribute to school districts in eastern Washington and North Idaho. The schools say they're in need, and providing these items will let kids feel confident and comfortable and able to focus on what matters.
We're collecting from now until October 5th. You can go to KXLY.com/hopeforkids, that's with the number 4, to see where you can donate in person at Numerica locations, and you can also find a link directly to Project Beauty Share's Amazon wish list, which will have items sent directly to their warehouse. It's quick and easy, and it could change a child's life. Again, visit KXLY.com/hopeforkids to donate now.
Well, the chicken wars in North Spokane are about to have a new contender with Raising Cane's opening on Newport Highway. This is the chicken company's second location in Washington. It's right by Chick-fil-A, Wingstop, and Houston Hot Chicken. The store is set to open tomorrow at 10 in the morning. Will we be there?
It's kind of crazy that they're all right in that little cluster, but I kind of like them all too.
Yeah,
so
you could do a chicken hop.
Breakfast, dinner, lunch, dinner, yeah. All right. But if pizza is more your thing, there's a new pizza shop in downtown Spokane. The Smoking Monkey serves up a variety of jungle-themed foods, from appetizers and pastas to calzones and pizzas. Smoking Monkey has been a popular spot in Seattle and Renton for years, so they decided to expand eastward and bring their wood-fired pizza ovens to Spokane. They found the brick building that used to house Fire Pizza across from the historic Davenport, and they say it's a perfect fit. Smoking Monkey opens 7 days a week from 11 to 10. We'll be right back.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. King of the Cage, live Thursday, September 25th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get large pizzas for just $13.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
The buzz is absolutely deafening. Let's go! This is an electric environment. It's what makes college football so good.
Saturday Night Football, all season long on ABC.
Saturday Night Football, all season long. Saturdays at 4:30. Sponsored locally by Fred's Appliance.
I learned to cook from my mom and my grandma, just watching. I think food is one of the best ways and easiest ways and most amazing ways to connect with people cross-culturally and then human to human. My awesome is feeding the people I love.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, Washington Trust Bank can help you get there. Learn more at watrust.com/awesome.
Papa Murphy's dares you to turn up the sweet and the heat with 3 bold takes on our ultimate pepperoni. Start with 2 kinds of pepperoni, then choose Mike's Hot Honey or Mike's Extra Hot Honey for a heat-seeking kit. 3 bold pizzas, each just $9.99. Only at Papa Murphy's.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
83 and partly cloudy tomorrow. May still hear a rumble of thunder in your neighborhood tonight.
See if we can bump those percentages for rain.
Yes, we need it.
Ruin my car wash.
Soft launching the rain.
Ooh, yes.